Incremental greetings. Welcome to Possible Learning SuperMemo. Today I want to focus on image extracts. Yes, it's not just limited to text. In SuperMemo, you can extract videos, audio, or images. So here I have a picture that I used in a different video. It's okay, now I have the figure 1, I have the footnote, and it's telling me each one of those how this archetypal rest posture is called. I will make, just for our convenience, I will make an extract and I will be changing the space. Much easier to see. So now we have two different approaches here. And there's no right and wrong. This depends on what you want, your goal. Could I just focus on one single image, picture within this collage? Or I want to become one image by itself, standalone, as if I could do this in a Paint or any software. But you can do it in SuperMemo incrementally. So let's do that. Okay, so I will do the number B. Nice. So first I make the extract. Nice. Now I move to the extract I just did. Now I right click the image. First zoom and trim. Now I select the area, more or less. Boom. But what happens is that this, look at the stats. It's the same image, GR1 and with a higher resolution. Or is this the same image? Look at the resolution. Let's check that. And if I press escape, SuperMemo is prompting you. Do you want to leave the picture zoom trim without changing the file or permanently cut and crop? I don't want that because I want to keep the original, the collage, and each individual file as well. Why? Because I want in my registry this pose. So I will name it and so on. So let's go back to the parent. Just to make sure, if I hover, GR1 is the same image, the same file size, but the resolution is different. And if you see the path, it's elements 2, 50, 17, and so on. Let's go back here. Same thing. Only the resolution is changing because it's the resolution I'm displaying currently. Keep that in mind. So it's the same image, and I can also check that from here, registry member. And this now is used for the extract I just did, all the footnote, and specifically the B. Still the same image. Nice. You know what? Next repetition. Now let's suppose that I do this incrementally. This becomes outstanding in my case in 4 days from now. It's nice. I want this image by itself because I want to reuse it and so on. So first, then what I will do, I right click the image, and extract, or you could do Alt X. Same thing as text, right? Nice. And now for what you did notice, if we go to the knowledge tree, look at that. That's the original, and that's the extract. You will see a duplicate column. It may seem like it's the same thing, but it's not. What's the difference is that the child, if I click here, look at the elements. 8, 8, 10, and elements equals 1. That is, in fact, a brand new image, which usually is the same name and you have extracted between parentheses. And now I can rename it. And no nil. Okay, something I forgot, since that's not mentioned in collection, is that first I need the image to have a meaningful name. We can do that. And I'm just following my convention. That's a collage. Now, this should be exactly the same because it's the same image. Look at the name, same. And now, even if it looks the same, it's a different image. Let's remember, I can rename this. Low kneel archetypal rest posture, and that's now a photo with my convention. It's no longer a collage. Nice. So I could be able to use this image from now on. And then if I want to, I can make close deletions or further extracts. In that case, I will close the name and what stretch is stretching. But I will do this incrementally. When this becomes outstanding, and just one close at a time. I'm making this for the sake of the video. And then what I will do here is perhaps muscles. What muscles do stretch? The no-kneel stretches what? What muscles? The foot, dorsiflexor, and quads. Nice. And since I'm doing this incrementally, next repetition is okay. Now let me do the C or the whatever that comes outstanding. But let's use one that is smaller, the G. Okay, that will be long sit squat combination. I do the extract, which is Alt X, and perhaps remember that first I did image zoom and trim. What happens if I do extract right away? Let's actually see it. The extract is itself, but even if it's itself, the entire thing, is the same image or it's a duplicate? Let's check that. Look at that. Look at the elements. It's 128 and something, and it says the count is just 1. So it is, in fact, a copy. You're making a copy of the image. So perhaps I can alter the order because I don't know specifically what I will do in the future. What purpose or what need do I have? So I'm showing you different approaches of the same thing. So now I could do the opposite. First, I need to select the zoom and trim, just the G. Nice. Now it's in a lower resolution because it's smaller. Now I will do it again because it was kind of hard to do and I missed a little. So now it's zoom and trim, but the image, it's still an entire copy. I'm just displaying this section of the image. So now I want to actually crop. And it's much smaller, as you can see, the file size. Yes. Nice. So now it's 16 kilobytes. It is only used here. A brand new. And then I can, let me use the copy links and rename or Alt R, posture, and same thing. Shall be consistent. Long sit, squat combination, archetypal, rest, posture, and that is a photo. Nice. And here I could ask, what is the name of this archetype? If I want to be more specific, archetypal, posture, boom, and I do the translation. And I do amend the text, right? But if I do navigate to the parent, so I made a typo. Oh my god. It's the entire thing again. Now the question is, does the original copy remains a copy? Let's check that. Registry member. Oh, it's the original. And I don't have any other one. The final product, the final result is the same. That depends on you. In my case, since I know I will do the same, exactly the same for every single one of those pictures, I will prefer the first approach I did in this video. But no, you're not limited to this. There are so many ways to achieve the same within SuperMemo. The key is that you will do this incrementally, and perhaps your preferred approach may vary in the future. Or according to, oh, now that I have read more and so on, I don't need this one. Or I already have one for this image, for this name, so it is if I were one redundancy or whatever. Because one memory peg I will have is this gal because she is wearing the same thing in all images. So when it is an archetypal resting posture, I will know that I will have the cue because of the clothing that it's using. So you have this relationship, and I keep the original because sometimes next time if I want to link an image from my registry, it's about all archetypal I will use, all archetypal postures. I'll be using the entire thing, the collage, and I can search for this. I can go to images, archetypal, boom, and now I can find them all. Now I only did two, and I could filter only the ones that are photos or only collages. That's why conventions are so cool in the image registry. And keep in mind, I could nest this. What I mean by that is that, okay, I made one extract, right? Let's go to the one that is high resolution. So for whatever reason, if I need to, I can do the same thing over again. So I could niche down and zoom and trim even more. I can leave it like this. If I want to be the same image, I'm just doing showing a fraction of the image. But if I want to become something because semantically the usage will be different, then I want this image to become an entity by itself. Therefore, image, well, crop or extract, depending on the step I did before. So perhaps I want to focus on the flexion, the bending of the knee, or the dirty socks, whatever. If that's the case, I will do the same thing. It is more powerful than you may think of. When you do this with everything you are reading, and since you're doing this incrementally, you just did one or two and so on. Oh man, it becomes so convenient. So convenient. So I hope this can be useful for you, and see you next time.